Wherever that music took you, feel free to go back there and just hang out there as long as you want. If you hear anything I say, it might be helpful, it might not, so enjoy. I tried to make this, I tried to come up with an outline so I could have, just whatever. Linear, I'm an engineer, that's my background, linear. Anyway, this is going to be all over the place, I suspect. So bear with me. Thank you. Rob, that reading, yes. And how that fits into my talk, it talked about each person's being, doing on this planet is important. Remember that it's not just what you do, your tasks, your contributions, your whatever. It's who and what you are. You are a spiritual being. You exude energy all the time, one form or another. You notice what's going on around you. Your energy, your being is part of the whole all the time, no matter how much you sometimes might pull back from that and focus on inside your head. And this talk right now is a spiritual exercise for me. It's not just the basic, okay, remember what I'm going to say, which may or may not happen, and try not to be tongue-tied and try to be present. This talk is about the mundane, doing everyday stuff, feeding oneself, coming to interfaith, talking with people. And on the other, but deeply connected part of that is the spirit. Whatever we're doing and saying, we are also connecting in spirit with everyone around us, our past, our future. It's all connected. How I came up with this talk, I spent a lot of time, a lot of energy this winter splitting wood, cutting wood. This is the first time I've ever tried to heat my house with wood. It's a lot of work. It was part of my being all winter. Then one Saturday night, with friends, we watch videos of various types. We watched this old Peter Sellers movie called Being There. And the very last scene of that movie, as the credits are rolling, I think, is him, this very simple man, but everybody else thinks he's really deep. Anyway, then the last scene is him walking out on the lake. So, And the next day, I think I was just going out for a walk, and I had this vague idea of a talk I'd like to give someday about, often I come here and I hear people talk about, it's all about getting out of this earthly thing. We gotta transcend that and be spirit. And it always irritated me a little bit. It's like, wait a second. We came here, I believe mostly by choice, if maybe totally by choice. We come here, incarnate in this human existence. So why would our goal be to get out of that? It's like, it never made sense to me. So anyway, so I was walking the next day and I had this vague idea of a talk, and I had this stuff, the chopping the wood and the walking on water. Wait a second. There's this Buddhist saying, chop wood, carry water, right? And the basic idea is, my very limited research, student of the master, he's trying to learn enlightenment, and he says, Master, before enlightenment, what do I do now? What do I focus on now? Master, chop wood, carry water. Just live your life, basically. Okay, I can do that. What about after enlightenment? What do I do then? Chop wood, carry water. This is a good point for my first prop here. Enlightenment. I'm probably skipping over things. Anyway, chop wood. Enlightenment. This is another little pet peeve of mine. So that what I just described sort of looks like this. You have life, and then here at some point, wham, enlightenment, right? I suspect in general that's not how life goes. So frame 2 here. Enlightenment version 2, we have just this circle. Life continues around and around, and we chop wood here, 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 and enlightenment just sort of comes in various spots, maybe continuously. It's a process. I'm moving to the end of the talk really quickly here, so we'll fill in those gaps later. But as long as I'm holding this. So that feels a little purposeless. It's like just going around in circles, I mean, maybe that's what it is, but I'd like to think that there's some directionality or increasing enlightenment, and try to just show that there's a spiral, okay? Instead of just the same circle over and over, we have a spiral. The circle changes somehow. Maybe gets bigger, maybe not, I don't know, and with enlightenment coming in along the way. Let's see, we'll save the last chart for later. But, okay, so I was drawing that, and I thought, wait a second, what is the perfect 3D manifestation of that? Use the microphone, here we go. Yeah. The slinky! I didn't have a slinky, and I didn't think I'd be able to buy one, so I texted a few people, and they didn't have one handy. But Target had them. With a little help, I found them. They're not easy to find on the shelf. All these big, fancy, gaudy toys. These are just a little box of slinky, but they still sell it. It's great. So, obviously, it goes both directions. We got toward enlightenment or toward spirit, and we have down here the material world, chopping wood and carrying water. Already? Well, okay. So obviously it does weird things, and one interesting thing, if you're moving up and you think you're getting near the top, it says, whoop, oh, you got more to go. But most important thing for this talk is this is all connected. It goes all over the place, but it's all connected. We are material, at least while we're alive in this body, we are, we got this material thing. It's like, this is our game piece on this board, Monopoly board or whatever. But we, up here, are connected to that, and we move our piece around the board, and I don't know, maybe there's referees, but there's also game designers and game builders, and some people think, oh, well, that's God. God created this and designed it, and think, well, wait a second, we are connected with that. If God is up here somewhere, whatever, but no, even God is all this, the whole slinky. So we get to do some game design and game building throughout our lives. That's one of the things I think we came here for, is to have fun. It's like a big amusement park, but we get to create some of the rides. It's cool. What do I really want to not forget? Let's get us a little outside here. It's not just focusing on the chopping wood, carrying water, or just showing up. Some versions that I found on the web about what's it mean to chop wood, carry water? Well, you just put one foot in front of the other and you'll get there somehow, wherever there is. But if you look at the slinky version of that, it's like, it's not just focusing on putting one foot in front of the other. It's being the wood and the chopper and the muscles wielding the axe or chainsaw and the warm glow of the future embers in the wood stove and the seedling sapling that was always becoming the tree and the bright warmth of the sun that energized all the growth and the soil that supported the tree and provided the nutrients and the roots that communed with that soil and all the other root life and microbes in that soil. It's the whole slinky. It's where's that one quote? Oh, Eminem. I don't follow Eminem, but he's a musician of some sort. I've heard of him. He has a song, I forget the title, but anyway, there's this quote in there. "'Cause I'm just a man, but as long as I got a mic, I'm godlike." Okay, gotta fit in this last. So here we have my fine art version of what I've been talking about. Here we have person. Here we have head with all sorts of unresolved crap going around inside the head. You know, unresolved stuff from the past, could be unresolved trauma. I can help you with that, by the way, craigharvey.com. And so sometimes we spend time here just working stuff out, working out what we're going to do for a talk. And then, you know, we try, okay, what tools do I have to get outside of that? And we come to Interfaith, or we go do yoga or Tai Chi or whatever, or go for a walk in nature. And we manage, especially something like yoga. It's like, okay, get out of this, and okay, the whole body, we can feel the embodiment of life, moving our body, feeling our muscles, feeling the sore muscles, and then just expanding out from there, we get nature and other beings, other people. I invite you, close your eyes for a minute here, if you wish, and try, let's expand out. Try focusing on something unresolved in your head, just what that feels like. Okay, you're just sort of condensed and contracted and nothing else matters but that unresolved thought process, that monkey mind, whatever. Okay, don't spend much time there. Now, okay, relax out, feel your feet, wiggle your toes. Maybe flex some muscles here and there in your body, just feel that. Hopefully that feels better than inside the head. Now, feel your body from the outside, as if you're touching your skin, as if you're touching the top of your head. Now turn around, so to speak, turn your awareness outward. Think of being in this room with these people. Some people you may not know at all, but they're here, they're supporting you. You're here to help support them in their spiritual growth. Some people here you know, friends. Some people here you have deep love for. Feel that, just feel that connection, that let yourself, your awareness expand beyond your body. And then think of, I don't know, something astronomical or a mountain in the distance. And just the beauty and the expansiveness of that. And just be that expansiveness. Okay, you can open your eyes and keep in mind the slinky. It's all you. It's all you. The mountain, the sky, the ground, your body, the thoughts in your head. No, one might say the thoughts aren't you, but you're playing with the thoughts. The thoughts are toys to play with. Don't let them control you. That seems like a good point to stop. Thank you.